If you listen to Trump, you knew this would happen. But if you listen to the media, you would be convinced it wouldn't. I wonder, could this be the biggest economic policy-making error of their lifetime?
This may be the biggest economic policy-making error of my lifetime.
I don't think there's a single positive take on this. This is all just bad.
As Mr. Trump's global trade war escalates, so do the odds of a recession.
Donald Trump is single-handedly, unilaterally, and for no reason plunging America into economic crisis.
24 hours after Donald Trump intentionally detonated a bomb in the heart of the most resilient economy on the planet.
Man, those idiots miss the mark more often than Stevie Wonder playing lawn darts. Of course, Armageddon never materialized. Instead, as countries make concessions and our economy takes off, the media is now forced to admit that these evil tariffs are working.
He's been issuing many threats of tariffs, but they clearly have been working.
Absolutely a victory on behalf of the Trump administration.
On this deal, the European Union, this is a big win for the U.S.
It's a triumph of a lot of things. Certainly the president ought to take a victory lap.
The early reviews are in on the new trade deal announced with the European Union. The Financial Times says the deal marks a victory for Trump.
Oh, you know that was hard to say. I mean, Jesse has a harder time saying, "I'll pick up the tab." It is kind of funny, though, Kennedy, how we were told that he was the laughingstock of the global stage.
Yes.
And now he just goes in there and they give him what he wants. Was that all BS to begin with?
Well, they tried to do whatever they could to tank his reputation, you know, whether it was the Russia collusion stuff or the lawfare, you know, the judicial activism. Everything they tried to do was to put him in the most unflattering light possible. But to Pierre's point, you know, he took that time in the wilderness and he really figured out with a lot more discipline than he had in his first term, what do I need to do to actually move the needle and make the country better? Not what do I need to do to boost my legacy so I'll make a bunch of money from Netflix post-presidency. What can I do to be liked by, you know, the angry, tiny mob? Mm-hmm. But what can I do to actually make people's lives better? I hope every president does that. You know, to your point about a masterclass, I hope Democrats do that and stop worrying about appeasing people who, no matter what you do, they will hate you because you're part of the establishment. And the one thing I will say about the tariffs, this is something that everyone should cheer. Like, if we are lowering our deficits and if we have these record-breaking numbers, the only thing I ask, I feel like we're halfway there. There should be an automatic switch that if we have a $300 billion trade surplus, that should immediately trigger a tax cut, especially for middle-income Americans who get absolutely hosed even in a great economy.
That is a great point. Yes.
You're a goddamn genius.
Goddamn genius.